Hey everyone, how are you all doing? I'm Eloise, welcome back to my channel. I hope you've all had an amazing week. I know this looks a little bit strange. I felt like doing something a little bit different, and at the moment I'm actually doing a first impression on the Maybelline Dream Cushion Foundation. So if you want to check that out, I'll link that down below, just my thoughts if I liked it, so you can check that out as well. But I did pick up this amazing palette. I got it from Love My Makeup, and it's the Saks Almost Barely There eyeshadow palette, and these colours are just absolutely stunning. I did a little video of the colours on my Instagram page and my Facebook, and I just knew I wanted to do something with that blue. I don't know what it was going to be, but I needed to do something with that blue, so that's basically where this came from. I wanted a little bit of glitter, and then I just used some soft shades just to add into my crease. So let's get started, let's get into it. If you do enjoy this video or like the other videos that I've made, please give it a thumbs up so I know it's something that you guys like. And if you want to see more videos that I'm doing and just keep up to date with what I'm up to, then please hit the subscribe button down below. And yeah, let's get started, enjoy. So the first thing I'm going to do is just take this very soft pale shade, and I'm just going to dust that all over my lid just as a base to get started. I have primed my lid with the Maybelline Fit Me Concealer, and then dusted over the top of it with the Maybelline Set and Smooth. So that's all that's on my lid at the moment. So that's all we're going to do to start with. And the second shade we're going to use is just this soft brown here, and I'm going to just add that, not all over my lid, just focusing on the outer corner. If it dusts down, don't worry, we're going to use concealer to block it all off. But I'm just pulling that into my crease and above my crease, just to start that sort of warm tone that we're eventually going to end up like that side. Next we're going to take this shade here, it's sort of a dark warm brown, and this we are focusing on our crease and then blending it up towards our brow bone. Now I have used concealer obviously to finish that edge off, so don't be too stressed about coming down lower, but just do your best to try and just keep it in that shape, just so there's not as much work when you've got to try and dust off with the concealer. So just try and keep it in that area. And then I'm just using a super fluffy brush to just blend that out. Actually, speaking of blending, my friend was actually asking me the other day about blending, and that she sometimes does shades and feels that it doesn't look like what's on pictures or on video. Always bear in mind, and I'm speaking for myself, I'm not speaking for anyone else, but just for me personally, quite often, because blending does take a bit of time, it quite often is actually edited out of what the whole process of blending is. Like what you see in a video or see in a photo, and again I'm speaking for myself, other people may do it, I don't know, I'm not speaking for anyone else, but for me, I quite often edit out how much I'm actually blending. So just bear that in mind, just be patient, and the more you do blend, it will eventually look seamless. But yeah, so don't look at videos and think, oh, that was only 2 seconds, why is it not working for me? It's because it's been edited out. And I was also explaining to her, for me, what I like to use, I've got, so these are sort of the two, and I use some for my lighter shades, some for my darker shades, so I've got a few different options. But I was explaining to her, so this first one, it's a more dense brush, and so I initially will use that to put the colour in and start blending out, but then my last bit I'll do is go in with, see this one is so much, if I see that one's so thick and this one's really thin, I've got longer bristles, so that's the one that I will do last and just blend everywhere like this until that line disappears. So don't be discouraged, that's what I said to her, that it does take time, and if you haven't done it before, it can take a bit of practice. So yeah, don't give up. You just got to, you do just have to keep blending. And also when you see, when you see colours, often there has been a build up, maybe 3 or 4 layers of getting a colour being so intense. but in the video you might only see one application done and then it's moving on to the next thing. So don't be discouraged, and yeah, just keep blending, just blend, 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 because it does take time, it does take practice, and yeah, videos will make it look easier or a shorter space of time than it actually is. So little tip if you didn't know, and that was just for you, Claire, just so you know. So next we are going to get our concealer, whichever one you like to use, and just a small little brush like this, and we're going to block out our lid. I'm not doing a full cut crease, I'm more just cutting out my lid here. And now, exciting bit, we're going to take that amazing blue shade. So I'm using a very small dense packing brush, and I'm going to literally just start packing that on. Isn't that beautiful? It is so gorgeous. And then we're just going to go back in with that dark brown shade and just blend around that shadow. And then with a different small packing brush, we're going to start with the gold shade just next to that blue and put that on the front part of your lid here. Just as a base. And then I've got, I don't want this to turn out so much at the front, this gorgeous gold loose powder. And to make it a little bit more intense, I'm just using my LA Girl Pro setting powder, setting spray. And I'm just doing a spritz onto the brush, just so it's wet, and then it picks up that pigment just that little bit more. And then I'm going to pack that on over the top. And same sort of thing, just sort of fade the glitter out so there isn't a harsh line. Then with that same blue, we are going to bring that along your lower lash line. And with your concealer, again, you probably don't need to add too much more. Mine's still damp, so I'm just going to swoop up like that. I'm going to use the L'Oreal Color Rich eyeliner. This is in the shade Cobalt. Cobalt. And just running that in my waterline. And then I'm just taking that little packing brush that we use with the blue, just to pack a little bit more into those lashes. Then I'm just going to use my Rimmel Lash Accelerator Endless Mascara just on my lower lashes. Because I've got lash extensions on, I'm not adding lashes, but if I didn't, I would definitely add some strip lashes, so that's up to you if you want to add some. This would actually look really cool with blue mascara as well. If you have some, that would be quite cool to play with. And then just with a little bit of gold that's left over on that brush, I'm going to just drag that underneath my brow bone. And for lips, I'm just going to keep it very nude and very simple because my eyes are just a little bit full on. So I'm going to use the MAC Boldly Bare lip pencil, but it's just a really easy colour to use and goes with everything. So to start with, I'm just going to use the MAC Prep and Prime just to put all over my lips. And that is the finished look. I hope you enjoyed it. I felt like, yeah, just doing something a little bit different. I hope you enjoyed this look, and I'll talk to you guys again soon. Have a beautiful week. See ya.